You thought you were talking to somebody who was going to condone the nonsense.
Absolutely. Or make excuses for, yes, that is horrible, that is this. So there's a certain level of excuse to allow them to just let go. Hi, thank you for joining yet another episode of Get Set with Lissette. This is where we have inspiring conversations that empower you to get set. Y'all know I say this all the time. This one is a special one, but I'm not playing when I say, you guys, you're walking away from this episode with the start, the end, and everything in between that has to do with healing. Okay, this one's a good one. Today's episode is about healing, purpose, and becoming, not in the absence of pain, but through it. It's about how hardest seasons can become places of preparation and how surviving can evolve into leading, advocating, and creating spaces of restoration for others. Today's conversation reminds us that brokenness does not disqualify us. It refines us. Our guest today is Tiffiney L. Hall, a nationally recognized survivor, advocate, speaker, and trauma-informed practitioner whose work has reached audiences across the country. She is a survivor of intimate partner violence who courageously transforms lived experience into leadership, advocacy, and healing. She is the founder and CEO of PosiTiff, a trauma-informed coach, healing circle facilitator, and award-winning national speaker, including presenting at the first ever Survivors March on Washington at the Washington Monument. Today, she's joining us to talk about surviving and becoming, healing and purpose, advocacy and faith, and also her book, Broken Wings Still Fly, a 40-day journey to spiritual health and healing. Thank you, Tiffiney, for joining me.
Yes. Well, that was me you was talking about.
That was you,
Woo!
honey.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
And is. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I tell you, I cannot say with enough, like, how excited I am to have this conversation. Not even just because of the fact that you are who you are, which, honey, you all the things and deserve all the praise, like, all of it. But, like, just a little time of, like, speaking to you, like, you're not new to this. You're true to this. Like, this is, you exude this beautiful, like, essence of, this is, I am here and this is it. And you're just, like, the most humble lady I've ever met. Like, I love it. Like, come through.
Thank you.
All right, clock it.
Clock it.
No, seriously,
Yes,
I love it.
Thank you.
Now, one of the things that I do, is I always like to get the jitters out. Now, some of the guests that I've had, they're not necessarily like, this is their everyday. You've been on bigger platforms than this, of course. But I'm going to stay true to it. And doing this idea of an icebreaker, I like to try to, like, just make it fun.
Sure.
Get the conversation going.
Sure.
You ain't got no jitters, but just to get them jitters out. And I like to do it based off of, like, the topic. So we're talking about healing, right? Sure. So this or that, don't overthink it. Okay. It's just going to be one or the other. Which do you prefer? Okay?
Sure.
Healing circle or journaling?
Healing circle.
Faith or discipline?
Wait, one or the other?
Yeah.
Faith.
I love it. Survivor or thriver?
Thriver.
Silence or storytelling?
Silence. Silence is storytelling.
You better. Mm-hmm. Play it safe or take the leap?
Take the leap.
Okay. So that was my icebreaker. But you see what I'm saying? I was trying to make it like, because I think today's conversation, it's about, my prayer was that it was about not just what you've gone through and what it is, because I know that story, we all have a story, we all have a past. And I say it all the time. Like, I personally believe that when people see who you are today, at times there's this disconnect of, well, that person has reached this and that or whatever because of, and they don't really connect or understand the what was.
Right.
But with this conversation, I feel like you have been so open, honest, and transparent with what was.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to have the conversation about the healing aspect of it and what is, because two truths can be true,
It
right?
can be true.
Like, it's one thing for people to look at the accolades that you have and be like, I could never, because, you know, she just, and they don't understand it.
Right.
But because you're so transparent and open with your journey, what I don't want is for people to only look at that story and forget or override or like not look at the healing journey that you personally had to go through to be the woman that's standing here today.
Sure. Let's talk about it.
Right?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
So one of the first questions that I had is, when you hear the word healing, what does it mean to you in this current season of your life?
Ooh, in this current season of my life, I think you said it. And first, let me back up.
Okay.
Bigger platforms, this is big. Okay.
Okay.
So don't dismiss the bigness of this platform.
I appreciate
as
that.
opposed to anything else. This
Thank
is
you.
big.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, this is where I'm at the moment. So
Yes.
this is the big platform.
Okay. Amen. I receive it.
In this season, healing, it's accepting the past, but realizing you're not there anymore.
Ooh. Okay.
One of the hardest things for us to do and move forward when we talk about healing is to accept this is what was. Now, how do I become what is?
Girl.
It's easy for us to stay stuck in the past. It's easy for us to stay who we were because I remember you from when?
Right.
You know, but
Right.
I'm not there anymore.
Yes.
We just went from 2025 to 2026.
Absolutely.
Who's still in 2025? None of us.
Say it.
But so many people are mentally. So healing means making that transition from where you were
Yes.
to where you are now.
I have a follow-up to that, because the way you say that's beautiful. I can only speak personally. How can one fully accept what was and then understand what is today, when at times, or maybe let me try to reframe what I'm trying to get in out. So I personally have gone through things as well, right? And I went through healing journeys, and I let things go, and I accepted what was. I finally actually, I felt like there was a moment in my life where I finally had to say it, speak on things, because in saying that, the power was lost. Because for the longest, I maintained just being quiet and the let go aspect of it. But then there was always the door was ajar, because I never really put it out there for everyone to know that this is what the situation was.
Right.
So I finally accepted, put words to it, spoke on it, and let it be. But then I also recognize that I'm no longer the person that was in that circumstance. And yet I at times find myself having small triggers or having little things that happen that want to take me back. How do you do exactly what you're saying and then navigate those kind of moments of there's a moment that tries to take you back, but you're no longer in that space. Because I personally believe healing is always.
It's always.
So how do you navigate that?
So for me, I don't call triggers. I call them glimmers. So everything's
there it
perspective.
Is. I love
Everything's
that.
how you look at it. So I call triggers glimmers to remind you of how far you've come. If you're climbing a mountain, you don't look up at the top to see how far you have to go. Look back and see how far you've climbed. Wow. So when you look back, don't make it a trigger. Oh my God, I climbed this mountain.
Yeah.
Think about it as a glimmer. I've climbed this mountain. How we speak.
Absolutely.
You see the difference in I climbed this mountain, questioning yourself.
Right.
It brings about that doubt.
Girl.
As opposed to saying, I climbed this mountain. It's perspective. It's how you see it. So don't think of a trigger as a trigger.
Right.
Think of it as a glimmer. As a glimmer. It's a sparkle. It's a reminder of what happened.
I know
and
that's
how far
right.
you've come.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, so everything's perspective when it comes to healing.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's a word. Y'all, we could wrap up today. She got your word.
Pass
no,
the
I'm
plate.
kidding.
Pass the plate.
Oh my God. That's it. Because I love how you're explaining healing, and I love the way that you can kind of talk about both and let them both be. And you're absolutely correct. Perspective is everything, because whereas I find myself and I get more angry or I get upset because of how it's been so long. Why is this still a thing? I'm nowhere near what was. Why, like, is this moment happening to me?
Right.
Because I look at it as like, perfect example. I'm in another relationship, right? It's a healthy relationship. Everything is great. And I'll have moments and it's like, it's not
that.
Right.
It's not that.
And I don't need to, and then I get upset because I'm like, he doesn't deserve this. He doesn't this and third. Like, I'm the one that's over here bringing this baggage with me. And like, and you're right. All of those perspectives, I then go further deep and like upset. And then I feel like I've lost everything that I've worked on and I've got to like start all over again. Right. But you're right. If I just look at it as this is just a glimmer.
It's a glimmer.
It's a moment, but look at how far I've come.
That's all it is. And then also in healing, we try to complicate stuff. As humans, we want things to be so complicated.
Honey.
How could healing be this simple? It is that simple.
Yes.
We complicate it. We overthink it. It is that simple.
Wow.
Accept what was. It is what it is. And that sounds simple. Yeah. It is what it is. No, it is.
It really is. Yeah.
This happened. Now, how do you move on? Do you want to move on? Because some people want to stay in that victim mentality.
Girl.
Because, it gets them the attention.
Absolutely.
Some people don't want to do the healing work, and it's hard, and you have to commit to it.
That's it.
Some people aren't that committed to themselves in their progress. When you're committed to yourself, whether it be relationship, whether it be on a professional level, you are going to have those moments, but make those moments reminders of how far you've come.
That's it.
Simple as that.
That is.
That's it.
You're absolutely right. Like, it really is about perspective. I actually find it interesting. So one of the like celebrities, I'm not big on celebrity stuff, but one celebrity that I actually really, really, really respect is Keke Palmer.
Okay.
I love her work. I love everything she puts out there. I love the fact that she, in my opinion, transforms, becomes like, it's right in alignment with the conversation that I want to have with you. Like, she's constantly reinventing herself. Like, she's literally grown up in it. But one thing that I loved is she was on, I think it was the J Hud show. And
so
she,
girl,
you better go. Talking about this. You better. I love it. The J Hud show. Drop it. So she was on the show that y'all both have, been on or whatever. And she was talking about reframing, like that she loves to reframe everything. Yes. That it's a matter of, and it goes back to what you're saying, it's a matter of perspective, that it's not that a movie she got looked over for a part or whatever. It's that the movie's not going to be as good as it could have been because of her absence. It's not the fact that someone like dumped you or let you go from a relationship. It's that they released you and have allowed you the ability to like thrive and become something else. And I remember, and the whole interview was, great, but I remember thinking that because it stuck with me. And it goes into exactly what you're saying, because I, by nature, am structured, organized. I struggle with perfectionism, always trying to make sure that things are great. I think it's just my type A personality. But rather than, how often should I say, not even rather than, how often do we get stuck on the areas that are lacking or the areas that we need still to work on or everything? But why not look at that as an opportunity to continue to grow? Looking at what was and seeing how far you've become and everything. So I just find it so interesting that it really is a matter of like our minds, they don't know anything outside of like what's true and what's not. Like what you say is what it is. So I just find that really interesting. Now I don't want to focus too far on this, but for those that don't know, like, can you share a bit of your story and the experiences that shaped who you are specifically today?
Sure. 20 years ago, well, now it'll be 21 years.
Wow.
June 22nd, 2005, I was a victim of intimate partner domestic violence, and I was stabbed 7 times by my daughter's father.
Wow.
Immediately the next morning in the hospital, I wake up and it's all over the news. And at that moment, if I could have stayed in that hospital, I would have stayed in that hospital, because I couldn't process the shame. Answering, those questions.
Yes.
Well, we look like we had the perfect relationship. I wake up in the hospital and I'm like, how do I go outside of this hospital room?
Right.
You know, they weren't showing me, they were showing him. But if you knew me, you knew him.
Absolutely.
And there was a point, I was in Harrisburg Hospital on the 10th floor, and I was on the side of the window in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a point where I got up and I went to go sit in a chair that was by the window.
Okay.
And I just started crying.
Mm.
And I remember I am so deep in my faith. If God tells me to walk off the cliff, I'm going to walk off the cliff.
Right.
Knowing that something is going to catch me before I hit the bottom. That's how strong my faith is.
Oh, I love this.
And I remember I was sitting there and I was like, God, you saved me for a reason. I will be obedient to whatever it is that you tell me to do. You saved my life.
Absolutely.
I had no idea it was going to become this. Where the story and the power in the story is, he went to jail. And I tell people, listen, I'm not crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not crazy. We reconciled. And in telling people that, oh, you know, you're just depressed, you're angry. And I was like, no.
Right.
I had a relationship. I am human.
Yes.
I love somebody that loved me.
Yes.
That was a behavior. It was something that happened. That doesn't define that person in its entirety. And that's what people will try to do. They'll take an experience and define a person in their entirety.
Right.
I wasn't defending him.
Right.
This was somebody I had a relationship with. I had a child with.
Yeah.
So as I stepped out and I began to tell my story, people, again, you're angry, you're depressed. No, I'm not. Mm-hmm. I had a human experience with another human being. He went to jail.
Yeah.
And I didn't fight that. I wasn't one of them women like, oh my God, I love him. He can't go to jail. No, he got to go to jail. He tried to kill me.
Absolutely.
But then I felt like I got to a point where it was like people they were making me feel like I was defending what he did.
Wow.
Because we reconciled.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about domestic violence, a person may reconcile 10 times or more before they actually call it quits.
Right. Absolutely. Yes.
And I didn't see that in the organizations and the systems who are supposed to provide support to survivors.
Right.
After he went to jail, I went to an organization for help.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember telling the woman my story. She's an advocate. And the first thing she said after I tell her my story, how did you reconcile with somebody who tried to kill you?
No, she didn't.
And I was like, what?
Right.
And I said, you tell me how to turn the love switch off.
Mm-hmm.
So from that point, I was like, I'm not talking about this anymore. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
And over the years, I did my healing work.
Yes.
There came a point in time where our relationship ended. You know, I grew, he grew, went our separate ways. Life goes on. But then I was like, I have this story.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I can't be the only person who has this story.
Yes.
I can't sit in this shame.
Right.
And again, that's part of the healing work.
Yeah.
Being able to call something what it is, accepting it.
Absolutely.
And I went to a women's conference. So I'm married. Me and my husband, we've been married 10 years.
I love this for you.
This was the first time that we were away from each other. I went to this women's conference.
Okay.
I was away for 5 days. I come back home and we're talking.
Yeah.
He's like, how was the conference? You didn't post anything on social media. I didn't see any pictures. And I said, I was just in the moment.
Yes. Aren't those the best?
I was just in the moment.
Yes.
But in the moment, the day that we were leaving the conference, there were these women, we were in the lobby, and they were coming up telling me like really personal stories. And I mean like personal stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know them.
Yeah.
I knew them, for the time that we were there.
Right. But there's a reason that
there's a reason.
I love this. Yes.
And my husband says to me, people feel safe with you. He said it just like that. I was sitting at the dining room table. He said, people feel safe with you. He said, I see it all the time. You just don't see it.
Ooh, if that's not a word.
Because I'm not a people person. I don't like people, okay?
Okay. Understood.
I don't like people.
Understood. That's fine. Yes.
I love people.
Yes.
I don't like them.
Yes.
I love people.
Because the human experience is
Because of the human experience. And what love allows me to do is look a little deeper. If I just like you, that means I could easily move away.
Ooh.
If I love people, because love is not the issue.
Yes.
That doesn't change.
Love
doesn't change. Love is perfect.
Right.
Humans are imperfect.
Girl.
So if I love you, I can deal with you
Right.
in your human experience. If I just like you, I can leave you alone.
You can just go ahead and keep going.
I can leave you alone.
Right.
Just as simple as that. So
that's amazing.
Yeah. So when he said that, I have a friend who lives in Mississippi, and I'm talking to her one day. She's a nurse. I'm a nurse.
Yeah.
And I'm saying to her, I was like, I just don't feel fulfilled in nursing anymore. Like, it's not feeding my soul.
Your soul. Yes.
And she says, you're going to think I'm crazy. I've been praying for you. And God told me to tell you that you should be doing something positive.
That's, girl, we going to keep going, because let me tell you, that is it. So
she said, God told me to tell you that you should be doing something that empowers women.
Okay.
Because you're always so positive. So next thing you know, I'm on the Department of State. POSITIFF.
Okay.
My business is a play on the word positive. And
I
my
get
name,
it.
Tiffiney.
Yes, I love it.
And I registered it.
Yes.
And that became my business name, PosiTiff LLC.
Okay.
So I'm moving in this name, positive.
Yes.
I'm thinking it's supposed to be all of these things because I didn't have a focus.
Right.
You know, I didn't know about branding. I knew purple is domestic violence
Correct.
awareness.
Yeah.
So everything's purple.
That's awareness. Yeah.
Everything's purple.
Okay.
So, you know, even now people see, you know, the positive purple.
Yeah.
Oh, purple must be your favorite color. It is not. It's branding. But I created this name, positive. I opened the bank account.
Yes.
And then I did just what you said.
Okay.
I started thinking too much.
Girl.
Positive is the stupidest name for a business.
No, it ain't.
Right. But
I
wasn't
it.
thinking
Yep.
that.
Yep.
And then I would get on the phone, you know, with some company.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm talking about, I love it. We need more positivity in the world. And I was like, what? But I had to like really embrace and become positive.
Absolutely.
So now, you know, my daughter, somebody, you know, who'll see me somewhere, knows me
Yes.
and knows that that's my daughter. They're like, oh, you're Positive's daughter. And I'm like, oh my God.
She's probably like, okay.
Yeah. And she's
okay,
like,
guys.
yeah. So now I had to embrace it.
Yeah.
But with that also means that explaining to people, I have days they're not so positive. They're the negative days.
Right.
Perspective again. But they're more positive and I have control over making them positive.
Girl, that's amazing.
Period.
And so just to kind of like, if y'all not picking up, and there's no way you're not picking up what this woman is like putting down for y'all, you go through a moment, there's a phase in your life, but that moment, even in that, like immediately after waking up, is not to define you. Like you immediately are not in a position of like regret, anger. It's more shame because you're more afraid of what everyone else is going to think.
Yeah.
And then if I'm understanding correctly, and this is coming from, so I'm on like my fourth career at this point, but like I also worked in the social services arena for long periods of time. And one of the things that I always struggled with is that in the height of my career, when I was working in social services, I was going through my own battles and struggles as far as like intimate partner violence. And I always felt like a hypocrite, right? Mm-hmm. But the reason why I would not speak on things, and the reason why I think that I actually had success, and you touched on it, that's why I wanted to talk about it, is the fact that there's almost like a protocol when it comes to social services, and you have to just check boxes. And you forget at times the human part of the human experience.
Right.
And there's a disconnect of like, well, what works for that person? Like you said, statistically speaking, people go back to their partner 7 to 10 times before they finally leave. I think a part of it though is because when they come for help, there's more shame on the help part, and like you felt, why did I even have the conversation with this person when they have no understanding what I'm going through? Right. Because if you genuinely care, and that's why it's such a sensitive topic, because if you genuinely care about somebody, again, two truths can be true. The action of what happens is not good, but the love, the care is still there.
Right.
And if you spend years, days, however long with an individual, you can't help, if you're genuine and your feelings and your heart is in it, that doesn't just like disappear because of. You can be both upset and angry by the action of what happened, while also still sharing and holding space for care about
Right.
a person. What I love, though, is as I'm bringing it all together is, again, perspective, rather than let that moment also like put you in a place of like, I'm just done with everything. You're like, you know what? I don't think that that's my route.
Right.
But there's a stirring that's happening because something has to give. And it's now the shift in your life, not only of what happened to you, but like you're now this new perspective of like, I'm alive, I'm here. What am I supposed to be doing? And oh my God, how that becomes your then like blessing, and the opportunity to now have conversation with people is crazy. Now, mind you,
a blessing and a curse.
say it. That's it.
A blessing and a curse, because now I become that voice,
Honey.
for that woman who did not leave because
Right.
her husband said, if you leave me, I will kill you and our kids. So what does she do? She stays.
Yeah.
And she continues to take those beatings because she's safe. Her kids are safe.
Absolutely.
The social services system does not address that.
Right.
You know, they don't know what to do. When she comes with that, you come with an exit plan.
Yes.
Is that the safest thing for her?
Exactly.
You have to honor the autonomy of the situation that person is in. And if you don't have the wherewithal to honor that, because that's heavy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's heavy. I can't leave.
Right.
Because he said, if I leave, he's going to kill me and the kids. And how many times have we seen it play out?
Exactly.
How many times that woman who, and I speak of women because I'm a woman, but it happens to men
It
too.
happens on both sides. Yeah.
But yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
To both sides, both sexes. What about that woman who has been a homemaker all of her life? She has no income. So now you're going to tell her to get out here and get on her own after she's been married and dependent on somebody for half, almost all of her life.
Yeah.
Because this is what we believe to check off the boxes.
Exactly.
So I'm challenging that system. And it's like, wait, we can't let her in here.
Oh.
We can't let her in here because failing systems get more money. Failure gets praised. Failure gets promoted. So I want to work women out of that.
I know that's right.
I want you to be able to be sustainable after victimization. I want you to be able, if you choose to leave, again, that's your choice.
Right.
But I want you to be able to say, when I leave, I'm never going back.
Right.
Because I don't have to.
And that's it right there. Because I do believe that, like you said, there is a break in the system. And the problem is that people are not monolithic. You know what I mean? Like we are all types of things in one, and we can't just fit into X box. You can't say this one person fits this because they were in this abusive relationship. So then the exit plan is what's next. And then after that, we have to get them to another place. And then they're just going to be able to sustain themselves. Like you can't just put people into boxes because we're not one dimensional. We're not just one thing.
Right.
We are all types of things, and all of them make up who that individual is. And with that, intimate partner violence isn't one-dimensional. How things work isn't one-dimensional. Like life is not meant to just be one-dimensional.
Right.
So I love the fact that you said it, and we're not going to go down that long road, but I agree. It is broken, and it's not set up because I don't, and I want your perspective again. We're way off, but I just love the conversation because I think that what's happened, though, is that we've become reliant on systems rather than a more, I guess, like progressive way or whatever of like community and like the idea of just showing up and being. And so that's why I love the idea of like your healing circles and the thing, because I think that we as people have to find strength both internal, external for faith. I'm a strong proponent of faith. I am a woman of God as well. And I hold Christian values, but like, I think faith in general, like, I think you just have to believe that there's something greater than yourself. You just have to.
Because I can't be this amazing
Honey,
if it was up to me. I
Say
can't be this amazing if it was only up to me.
it again for the people in the back. Like, what?
You can't be this
Girl,
amazing if it was just up to you. We would go hide.
honey.
I
And
would be in my bed with the covers pulled up, so it has to be something bigger.
It has to be something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It has to be.
Mm-hmm.
And so I say that again, like, what do you think for the person who's home that is kind of struggling in that arena? Our conversation has kind of flown into what healing looks like and the concept of perspective, and the fact that in that perspective, you've seen the brokenness in systems, you've seen the dichotomy of systems and like how things work and operate. Like, what would you say is the the missing piece that people need in like today's society? Like the woman that's at home that doesn't have an outlet. Like, what? I'm trying to even get my thoughts.
You said it. Community.
Say it again.
You said it. That's the solution. That's the purpose of the healing circles.
See.
Get in community with other women.
Yes.
Get in community and have conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Get in community with someone who can lead you and challenge you.
Yes.
A lot of times in our circles, our friends don't challenge us.
I'm gonna throw something at you.
Making money.
No, yes.
Well, that didn't sound right, but yeah, making money. But we're comfortable with people who keep us comfortable.
Girl,
get in community with people who will challenge you to be better. It's different. It's different. If we're all down here and we're seeing the same thing.
Yes.
And somebody's up here and they're seeing something different.
Right.
I'm an Eagles fan. So Eagles.
Honey, same.
Go Birds. So Eagles
Amen.
have a perspective of seeing so much more because they fly higher.
Yes.
Pigeons, they're low, point blank.
Yeah.
It's harder to breathe up here for a pigeon.
Mm-hmm.
And think about it. What we take in, what we do when we start to rise to higher heights.
Yes.
It gets harder to breathe.
Yes.
But you have to breathe.
Yes.
But get in community with women.
That's it.
And not just women, in community,
period. I think that's what we lack. We've become
community, period.
Yeah, we're individualized.
If I share this with her,
yeah,
what is she gonna think of me?
Ooh.
Safe spaces.
Mm-hmm.
So not just community, safe spaces.
Yes.
Where we can cry. And when I cry, don't automatically come comfort me.
Right.
Let the tears flow. You needed that release.
Girl.
Every person crying, you don't need to go comfort. Allow them to release that. And in circles, we can share that. Hand them the tissues and go back to your seat.
Yeah, yeah.
But let them release.
Because they need that.
They need that. And that's okay. Certain things I believe we have made, they're not okay to do. Right. It's okay to grieve. It's okay to grieve. My uncle passed away Christmas Day 2020.
Wow. So sorry.
This past Christmas, thank you.
No, I know.
This past Christmas was the first time I put up a tree. Like I've been,
right.
Usually I would work. You know, I'm a nurse.
Stay
so
busy.
I would work
yeah.
To not deal with it. Those emotions were heavy. We gathered at his house every year. He was a big kid.
Yeah.
He passed away unexpectedly
on
Christmas Day of 2020. He talked to all of us that morning. We didn't gather because it was COVID.
Yeah.
You know, and he had some illnesses, some ailments. And then he passed.
Wow.
That was the greatest gift he gave us.
Speak on that.
Because we all went to his house.
Mm-hmm.
Where we weren't able to gather for Thanksgiving like we normally would.
Yeah.
If an ambulance would have got there, they would have taken him to the hospital. Only my aunt and one other person would have been allowed to be there.
Go, yeah.
We gathered in that house. The people who would have normally gathered pre-COVID.
Yeah.
He gave us the greatest gift. But in my mind, I don't know, that's not a gift.
Right, because it lost.
Because it lost. So last year, for the first time, I put up a tree.
Yes.
But I didn't decorate it.
Okay.
My husband decorated it.
Okay.
But I was like, the tree's up.
Yeah.
You know.
Progress.
It's progress.
Yes.
And I was okay with that. Christmas Eve, my cousin had a pajama party. I went.
Yes.
And I was like, just what I said. And what you said, we got to get back to community.
Yeah.
I felt good being around my family again.
I love that.
And that's what my uncle would want.
Right.
But when that grief hits,
honey,
perspective. I can sit here.
Yes.
I can soak in it.
Yes.
When we talk about healing, accept it. He passed, but he still left us with a gift. What are we going to do with it? Are we going to leave it wrapped? Are we going to unwrap it, see what it is,
Right.
and just enjoy it?
Right.
And life goes on. It is what it is.
That
simple
as that. Just like you
Simple
said
as that.
earlier. That is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, Tiffany, like the concept and the idea of healing is just, it can feel so heavy because it is hard. And let's not like confuse that it is hard. And yet with perspective and like with the way that you're speaking and like the way that you have like just the ideas that you have, like I just find them to be so refreshing because it can really be, it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And it is okay to just make space for whatever you need to go through, wherever you're at in your own journey, whatever, that's fine. And yet know that you are being called to something greater and you are being called to something more. Like, excuse me, I am like in awe with you right now. In that same regard, I want to know, how has your understanding, because we're talking about community, we're talking about healing, you're in another marriage now, like, so for those, like with this growth that you've had and the journey that you've gone through, how has your understanding of love, boundaries, and like self-worth shifted? Like, what does that look like for you? Because now that you've gone through, again, based off of what's been, now the journey of what is, and the fact that it sounds, again, based off of our conversation, you yourself have had to reframe and change your own perspective of self, realize your calling is greater, accept this new calling with PosiTiff, and like realize that it is more than enough and that it is beautiful in how it is, because you by nature are positive and you're doing all the things. You've continued to, if I'm understanding the way that we've been talking, shift perspectives as you continue to grow, become the individual that you need to be for that moment and season of time. So I'm just interested, like, how has like love, boundaries, and again, like that idea of self-worth, like how has it shifted in even this season now? And what has those shifts kind of look like?
Sure. So love is perfect.
I know that's right.
Love is patient. Love is kind. Love is that verse.
1 Corinthians,
scripture.
yes. Or is it 2 Corinthians?
No, it's 1
Corinthians. I was right.
Yes.
Thank you.
It is that.
Yes.
We as humans bring our experiences to love. We mess love up.
Yes.
God is love.
Yes.
Love is perfect. If you don't spend enough time with me, you don't love me.
Girl.
If you don't spend money on me, you don't love me. We're in a season. If we're going 50-50, you don't love me. My man love me because he going to pay all the bills.
Honey.
That's not love. We've defined love to meet what serves us. If you know love serves God. When you love, who gets the glory from it? God.
Absolutely.
It's perfect.
Yes.
There's no boundaries to it. There's no boundaries to it.
Yes.
What I've come to know with love in this marriage, I've been married 3 times, and this one has been perfectly perfect for what it is.
Yes.
What I've come to learn about love is...
Hold on. Say that perfectly.
It's perfectly perfect.
For what it is.
For what it is. It's perfectly perfect for what it is.
Honey.
My husband keeps me covered, and I can depend on that. Do I always feel like it? No.
Right.
But I know it. What did we say? 2 things can be true at the same time.
Absolutely.
There are moments where it is imperfect, but it's still perfect because he is doing what God has called him to do as a husband.
Yes.
And that's to keep me covered. We put the limitations. We define love as we see it.
Yeah.
Whether it be the internet, celebrities,
Right.
And even that, we don't know what's really going on with them. That's what we see on these people's internet.
Absolutely.
They're showing us a piece of their lives.
Absolutely.
We're not seeing it 24/7. But even with the boundaries.
Yeah.
Whew,
And
I've learned to set them. I've learned to set them so much so that if you spell my name incorrectly, I'm correcting you.
As you should.
Whereas before, I might not say anything.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a boundary that's crossed. How I show up, who I am. You have to have boundaries, and not everybody is welcomed within the boundaries.
Right.
Boundaries are set for a reason. Even in that shift from talking about what happened to me to healing, there are boundaries.
Absolutely.
What we're not going to do is sit and talk about my daughter's father.
Right.
That's a boundary.
Yes.
Because that's not what this is.
Exactly.
But when you say it, people are like offended.
Right.
No, that's not tea.
Right. Right.
That's a boundary.
Absolutely.
We're not going to sit and talk about those things that demean another human being. We're going to empower. If we can't have an empowering conversation, that boundary for me, I'm out.
And there it is.
I'm done. Self-worth. You ready?
I'm waiting.
Tiffiney means image of God.
If I had something to throw, I swear.
When I learned the meaning of my name, I started showing up differently.
Yeah.
But when I embraced it, as I began to embrace it more and more, every room I step into, you need to see the God in me.
I love it.
It's how I treat people. It's how I show up. It's the level of confidence.
Yes.
I do not believe that God lacks confidence in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
So why should I show up like I do? It's confidence. And some people are going to be intimidated by your level of confidence. And that's not your problem.
Right.
You have a God-given assignment to complete.
Right.
If you worry about what they're saying or what they're thinking, you're setting yourself back on your assignment. We have to come to a space again in community where you speak into me, where you're around people who say, girl, listen, you can do this. You must do this. You have everything, every gift, talent, and ability possible to do this.
Right.
So why aren't you doing it? It's my responsibility to put that seed in you so that you can see, why am I not doing this?
Yeah. Yeah.
And stay in those communities. That's that self-worth. You have to believe in your own value. What do I bring to the table?
Girl.
And I'm not going to allow, even in marriage, just to bring those three things together.
Yes.
I had to learn that there were things that I have accepted in the past in relationships that my husband knows. Well, she ain't going for that.
She's not doing that now.
She ain't going for that. But I wasn't in a space where I felt confident enough to enforce those boundaries before.
Right.
But I have my soulmate. I have my partner.
Right.
And he understands those boundaries, so I'm able to say this ain't happening.
Right. And
he respects it.
Exactly.
Or feeling like I'm asking for too much.
Right. Yes. Yes.
As women, why is this asking too much?
Girl.
I deserve this. And you can see I bring it to the table.
Right.
Sometimes women be like, I deserve this, I deserve that. Well, baby girl, what are you bringing?
What you bringing too? Right.
Your ass, your body, the physical. That's going to fade.
And we get so stuck on the physicality of stuff. But like you've said, and again, guys, like I'm trying to bring it together as we keep talking. But if y'all not like at this point, notebook and pen, like just take notes because my Lord, honey, come to it. We about to get into that. I'm like, my Lord. But when it really can be that simple, like it really can be like all three, love, boundaries, and self-worth. Like the fact that you started with just God is love, like that it is all encompassing. Ooh. It is all like, girl, like that is all it is. And like, if you have, hence us talking earlier about needing to believe in something greater than self, because and whatever that walk of faith is. But if you don't have that, like my heart sometimes breaks because it's not, I'm a firm believer. The way that I move is I'm a seed planter. Like it's not for me to bring things to fruition. It's not, because I used to get upset or I would get intimidated about speaking about faith or speaking about different things because it's not that I don't want the responsibility, but I would feel like all the other answers, and I'm not going to be able to speak all these things. I don't know your perspective. I don't want to get too much put onto me. And then, because that's a heavy burden to carry. And if that's the burden I'm supposed to carry, Lord, then I will. But like, and so I would sometimes shy away. Whereas now, and I actually just had this conversation with my mom this week, I now look at myself as a seed planner. And like, if nothing else, I'm just going to throw out there, like, you know, Lord is watching you, like caring for you. Or I was on a group chat with my friends and they're talking about their burdens. And I just put a prayer in the group.
That's it.
Lord,
that's it.
I'm bringing this person to you. I am, you know, they are going through anxiety and worry. They are breaking these things like in your name. Like I'm just saying, let it go. And I just let it be. And I say all that to say, I'm learning it can be as simple as God is love. And let the God in me shine out. And that is our worth, like you said. And because of the God in me and knowing your own worth, you are able to set the appropriate boundaries that are needed in your life in this season of your life because of not only the assignment that is placed on your life, but where you are walking and where you are headed, you are covered. You've got the relationship in your life to ensure that covering.
Yes.
And from there, you now can just walk in that. And that's what I'm getting from this. And I think that is just, that's it.
And just what you said, sometimes it may be, I'm praying for you.
And
or dropping a prayer in the group chat.
Yes.
Because on the other end, you don't know what I'm going through.
Exactly.
And that's all I have to give right now is a prayer. I'm in a season where people on social media, they see things.
Yes.
And if you saw my inbox for requests, can you send me this? Can you send me that? I'll be like, what? And I just recently had somebody who inboxed me and, you know, they said what they said, you know, can I send them such and such because of something they were going through?
Right.
And I sent them a picture. My daughter recently wrecked her car. She's been without her car since before Thanksgiving.
Right.
I'm not on social media talking about that.
Right.
And it cost a substantial amount of money.
Right.
Time and convenience. And I just sent back, can you help? Can you send me this? And they said, I didn't mean to offend you. You didn't offend me.
Right.
It's just as simple as the truth.
Yes.
I'm going through stuff.
Yes.
You're going through stuff.
Yes.
Allow my inspiration and your connection to me on social media be enough.
And there it is.
Let that be enough. Because you don't know what I'm going through, what it takes me to get on social media and post an inspirational message.
Yes.
People don't know
how that takes.
So just have, I'm
You good.
So just think about that.
Yes.
Sometimes it just has to be enough. Don't get offended. You didn't offend me.
There it is.
And our truth will offend.
Oh.
God's truth has offended. Whoa, God, what? You want me to do what? God, I'm kind of offended by that. But he's still going to show us the way, the truth, and the light.
Yes.
No matter how we feel.
Right.
People have to understand it's not about them. It's about me. It's about self. It's about if I don't learn this lesson God is trying to show me, if I don't create these boundaries, I have so much more to lose. If I don't speak my truth, if I continue to give, I'm going to become tired of giving.
Right.
Because I already give so much. People say, well, you know, you can give more. No, I can't.
Right.
I've done that before.
Right.
It's gotten me nowhere.
Yeah.
Let me stay focused on if he tells me to move, I'm going to move.
Yes.
If he tells me to do, I'm going to do.
Yeah.
Period.
And that's it.
That's it.
I love it.
That's it.
Yes.
You're not obligated to do anything more than what you are already doing. And nobody can make you feel guilty about it.
Right.
At all.
Right. That's it.
You accept it.
Yeah.
Or you don't. You be in my life or you don't.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it in this season.
That's a beautiful season.
Other seasons may not
Maybe
have been,
not.
but I hit 50 and I'm okay with, and again, as women, we go through those seasons.
Yeah.
When the stabbing happened, I was 30.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I'm not where I want to be in life. Again, God said, oh, you're not happy? I'm going to sit you still. I'm going to give you this.
I know that's right.
40, it was something else. 40, I married my husband. 50, it was, you know what? I don't want to be bothered.
And don't.
I want to do what I want to do. And that's it.
I love that.
No more, no more,
no less. And that is all it needs to be.
That's it.
I want to kind of shift now,
Sure.
but just to give the opportunity, talk about everything. Talk about the healing circles. Talk about like PosiTiff and what it is. And then we're going to get into your book because
Sure.
I would keep going.
Sure.
But like all of it has lent itself to these different seasons in your life have lent themselves to the different spaces that you're in now.
Right.
So what can one expect at a healing circle and the work that you do at PosiTiff?
Sure.
Let's go there
Sure.
first.
So
Yes.
the healing circle, we're going to cry.
I know I'm ready to right now a few times. So
The
I already
healing
know.
circle is an opportunity to release.
Okay.
It's an opportunity to come into community with
I
other
love this.
women. It's an opportunity to leave your burden there. And I went to a healing circle with an organization out of Philadelphia.
Okay.
And naturally, you're always thinking you're going to give, you're going to serve. And it was about healing the healer. And I sat in that moment.
Oh my God.
And the emotion that I felt in that moment, they told us to bring something to set on the mantle, something that, we wanted to release.
Oh my
And
Lord.
the organization is called, I can't think of, it's CYF. And the organization is about individuals who were incarcerated as youth. And they ended up being released. They were sentenced to life without parole as young people.
Okay.
And they ended up, they're out. So there was, some advocacy work, some laws that were passed.
Yeah.
And
That's amazing.
it was those who harmed sitting with those who were harmed.
Oh my God.
And the honesty in that circle,
Yeah.
when you hear a young man say he took a life at 13, 14, and he's sitting there with us. And it's like, he came with his own baggage, his own stuff. So there's healing in that.
Right.
But there's healing in sitting and just being able to share your story. So for me, my mantelpiece was
I love this.
the article from the first time my name went national. The first time my name went national was with Chris Brown and Rihanna's situation.
Really?
Yes. So Oprah Winfrey had did a show, and Oprah has stated that love shouldn't hurt. And her whole thing was, Rihanna deserved better, this and that. And again, it was national. I had a publicist back then. I don't even recall some things, you just.
Yeah.
But I had a publicist who was out of Atlanta, Georgia at the time. Don't even know how that came about. Like I haven't, some things you don't remember everything.
Yeah, I get it.
But I had a publicist, and that's how I got to contribute to that conversation.
Okay.
It was reconciliation is common amongst abuse victims. So that's what I said.
That.
So I brought that article printed out, and I sat that at the mantle. My daughter, for my 50th birthday, had taken me to see Chris Brown in D.C.
I love it.
And at that concert, as he began to share, this is 20 years for him, I was like, this is 20 years for me.
Yeah. You starting to remember.
I'm starting to put these pieces together.
Yeah.
This is 20 years for him. This is 20 years for me. The first time my name went national was speaking on him.
Wow.
It was speaking on his situation. He was a child. So now I'm sitting, with they had putting all these pieces together.
Yeah.
So I put that at the mantle because I was ready to let that victimization go.
Amen.
I didn't want to be viewed as a victim anymore.
Agreed. Yes.
In that concert, I was like, all of these people are in this stadium watching him.
Right.
Despite what he did. Like, you left that concert changed. It was more than a concert for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, you know what? This is the shift for me.
Okay.
So as you move forward, PosiTiff needs to go from you being the victim/survivor
Yes.
to bringing people to a stadium where they are listening to your words, where you are giving an energy
Yes.
that exudes and allows people to be happy and celebrate. And I overcame, and I said, that's what I want to do.
I love
going
it.
into 2026.
Yes.
I want people to come together
Yes.
and be happy and celebrate based on my experience. God, I want to get out the way.
Yeah.
But my experience brings the people. But I want to ensure that God is getting the recognition
Absolutely.
for what I've been through.
Right.
So it is me, but it's not me.
Right.
You know, so.
Right. It's him through you.
Yeah, it's him through me.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not me.
Right.
Because trust me, again, like I said, I'd be in the bed, covers
Honey,
pulled up.
yeah.
Not telling this story again. But it needs to be told.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking. If we can touch one life, 2 lives,
Yes.
1,000 lives, 10,000 lives.
Right.
If we begin to heal generations
Yes.
by what I was able to extend to my daughter's father, that grace.
As he, yeah.
It made him so sir, listen, you don't get to stop being a father because of what you did.
I know that's right.
You don't get to stop being a father because of what you did.
Amen.
But I had to get out the way.
Right.
And nowadays, that conversation amongst women,
Yes.
amongst mothers, you might can't stand your baby daddy, but I need you to get out the way for the sake of their relationship.
Yeah.
I need you to not sit around your kids. Oh, your dad ain't this, your dad ain't that. You made a decision, conscious or not.
Absolutely.
And you brought a child into this world.
Right.
You don't get to tell a child that their dad ain't this, their dad ain't that.
Right.
Because then that child believes that there is a part of them who ain't shit.
Right.
Who ain't worth nothing.
Right.
Because you as the mother spoke that into them.
Exactly.
You don't get to do that. You don't get to be out of order.
I love that.
Yeah, you don't get to do it. I have young women who, I can't talk to him, and they don't know my story. Well, have you sat down and have y'all had, tried to have a conversation? Oh, I can't talk to him.
Right.
You don't understand. I was like, I understand, and I'll tell them what happened to me, and they're like, oh.
Right.
And then I won't hear from them again.
Oh.
Because that level of accountability.
Exactly.
You thought you were talking to somebody who was going to condone the nonsense.
Absolutely. Or make excuses for, yes, that is horrible, that is this. So there's a certain level of excuse to allow them to just let go.
Right. No.
And I love that you're not, because I know that that's like it's a tricky topic or things, because again, it's that idea of, it just talks about the human experience, that two truths can be true.
Right.
Something bad can happen to you, and yet and still an individual can still be very much a present and wonderful father.
Right.
Because what you don't want is to raise a child who now has identity crisis, who now question themselves because 50% of themselves has been, gone, or there's a belief that the half of the makeup of who they are is like the person that's done this, that, and third, and that must mean something about me. And I do think that is an area that not many people want to touch on, because it's like you want to hold space and say that things that have happened are horrible and that's not okay. And yet you do still have to hold accountability to do what's best for the well-being of your child. Yes. And I love that you're allowing for that to exist, because I don't think that people are doing that.
No. It's either like, and we've been saying in the conversation, two things can be true.
And that's what I love, that you allow that.
You have to allow it. We are human, experiencing the world.
Yes.
What does that look like? There is no perfect way.
Right.
But you don't get to put that on your child. You don't get to put the adult stuff. We see too many kids nowadays who are in adult experiences way too early. Right. And they shouldn't be.
Absolutely.
They should not be. And that's up to the parents to prevent that from happening.
I love that PosiTiff is giving that out there, because that's a message that needs to be shared more. Yes. And I think that it's important, especially because well, first off, it's beautiful that you're in a season in life that people aren't automatically aware of what you've come from because it's been that long. And so then you get to have an opportunity to say, oh, hold on now.
Hold up.
If we want to go there, we're going to go there.
Right.
And then there's no higher accountability.
No.
Because you were at the brink of death and could still find reconciliation. So regardless of squabble, regardless of circumstance, and again, and maybe the violence that's still present as well, there is still an ability to reconcile because you have shown it to be like you're a living testament of it. So I think that that's just amazing. So now what then? So guys, healing circles, trauma informed care, like she's got all the things, but she gonna hold you accountable as you need to be. So then your book, let's talk on the book, and then then I gotta find my key takeaways. And honey, so the book is called, I want to make sure I say it exactly right, Broken Wings Still Fly, a 40-day journey to spiritual health and healing. So one of the things that I love about when I looked it up is the idea that your wilderness is not punishment, it's preparation. So talk to me. What inspired this book? And why, and if you can, why 40 days?
The Bible.
I know.
You already know.
I thought, but I was like, let's talk about it.
You already know 40 days and 40 nights is going to change you. 40 days and 40 nights that you sit and you go through. That through guarantees I can come out. It's a matter of, are you going to sit in that through? Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Nowhere does it say I sat in the valley.
Right.
Nowhere does it say I crawled through the valley. It just says through.
Amen.
So what it says to me is no matter how you get through, you go through.
Right.
It might mean sitting for a moment.
Yes.
It might mean that stillness.
Yes.
It might mean crawling. It might mean crying. It might mean scratching. But you got to get through. It doesn't define how you get through. Just get through. So 40 days and 40 nights.
Yeah.
You got to go through it.
Girl.
So it's words that each day I sat and I do journal and I write a lot of stuff down.
Yeah.
And just, I took a time period when I was still.
Yeah.
Last January 29th, I had surgery on my meniscus.
Okay.
And that slowed me down last year. And I just went through certain things.
Yeah.
So I sat one day and I was like, what did I feel at this moment?
Right.
What did I feel at this moment?
Yeah.
And then I expanded it. And then I looked up scripture. So the book is set up where there is a day, there is a thought, there is a scripture, there is a reflection, and then there is a journal prompt.
Okay.
So day one, acceptance. Whatever happened in the past, it happened, because you have to start with accepting what happened.
Right.
Call a thing a thing.
Yes.
Call it what it is. Day two, it goes from acceptance to surrender. Right now on social media, I'm actually leading an 8-day challenge. So we are on day 6 right now. But day 2 is surrender.
Okay.
After you accept it, surrender. What does surrender look like? It means whatever happened from what I accepted,
yes,
it is.
I love this.
So one day builds upon the next. After acceptance, after surrender, there's faith. There's faith. Then there's forgiveness. Forgiveness can't be the first thing.
Say it.
And sometimes people think if I forgive, everything else will fall in place. And that's not so. I have to accept what happened. I have to surrender. I have to say to myself in my broken moment, if I surrender, if I release, if I go through all of the emotions, then guess what? I can still fly. And that's it.
Whew.
That's it.
Yeah.
But I have to do the work.
Right.
I have to do the work. I have to know these things are okay.
Right.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
Oh, my Lord. Well, I ain't even got nothing else to say on that, because I had a few extra questions about the book. But, honey, I'm I'm only going to ask you 2 more questions and then we're going to wrap up because I don't want to make it too long, but I could sit here and talk to you for hours. Like, genuinely, I could sit here and just continue to talk. But I want to know, like, what is it that keeps you grounded in this work? And like, because you do a lot.
I have a young lady right now who was in trouble, and I met her at that event where she was in trouble at. And then she was at another event. She's 16.
Okay.
She was at another event. The second event I saw her at, she was like, "Oh, I saw it on social media, so I registered for it."
Okay.
I was like, "Oh, okay." She and I talked. We took a picture together. And I was like, "Well, who are you on social media? What's your name on social media? Tag me, all of that." She said, "I don't have social media. My mom follows you." Her mom started following me after we met from the place where she got in trouble at.
Wow.
She was talking to her mom about, PosiTiff Tiffiney, and her mom began to follow me. That's what keeps me grounded.
I love this.
Her mom reached out to me and says, "My daughter adores you." Guess what? I got to tell that mom, your daughter adores you, because me and the daughter have had
had conversations.
We've had the conversations. That's what keeps me grounded. Knowing that one person's life has been changed through the work. As long as somebody's life has been changed, not just mine, I know I can keep going. I can keep going.
Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Right.
This young woman, I can guarantee she will look back and she'll never be in trouble to the depths that she has been or she is.
Because
oh my God. She's changed.
She's changed forever.
She's changed.
Yeah. Wow.
That's all I want.
Just that one.
That's all I want.
Girl, absolutely.
That's all I want. I don't want nobody, "Oh, Miss Tiffany's this, Miss." No, I want to know and I want to see through your actions that you've changed. That's it. I don't need you to tag me, give me credit. I don't.
Yeah.
And I'm going to share this. That's the one thing I believe that I've been told I'm too modest about. You don't tell people who you are, Tiffiney Hall. So when they go to your website, they're like, "Oh." So it's
happened. Yes.
They don't know. So
yes.
It's like, again, Tiff, you got some work to do in 2026.
Yeah.
Because people need to know
absolutely
who you are. So this is my first podcast of this year.
Oh, I'm so
This is my first conversation of this year. So my prayer is that our conversation reflects what both I'm doing moving forward and who I am.
Amen.
I am and who you are.
Yes.
So we got a foundation
we
for
do.
2026.
We got a foundation.
Now to build upon it.
Yes.
It's big.
I agree.
It's big.
No, you don't even understand. Like, I agree. I'm over here like I said, I have pages and pages because I can say with honesty, and we talked about this like off camera, like I wasn't 100% aware of everything. And then when I went and I did some research and then I look back at our conversation and I'm like, there's humble and then there's humble. Cause I'm like, you were like, oh, okay, well here. And I'm like, what?
Right.
And now sharing space with you, like, it's not even just about, because I'm a firm believer, like it's not accolades for me. Like I live by, I have a favorite quote and I try my best to live by that quote, which is be the change you wish to see in the world. Gandhi, right? My hope is exactly that hence the platform, hence everything else, like inspiring conversations that empower others to get set. Trying my best to be what it was that I needed at different points in my life and different seasons of my life. Looking to do everything that I can to have a positive impact. Like those are the things that like drive me and that get me going. And while by trade, quick plug, I am a licensed realtor. So if you're in the central Pennsylvania area, I can help you buy, sell, or invest in real estate. Plugged on. Well, that is what I do by trade. I always tell people that I am a social worker at heart. Like I am, that was my foundation. That's what I was. And I And I always found different points of my life where for me, I tell people I'm in the people business. Like it doesn't matter what it is that I'm doing, that I just want to make sure that if it's a transaction for real estate, that I've empowered the individual to make sure that they're making the best decisions for their life. I'm happy to report that like I have a really great rate that anyone that's ever bought a home, like they're not struggling, they're not in bad circumstances, like they didn't overpay. The thing that I have recognized in our conversation though is that the work just it's working through you and it just comes out of you. So like everything you've done with purpose. Yes. And what I love is that it's not a matter of here's who I am, but girl, you do need to in 2026 start telling people, flex, right? Here is who you are, like, just a little bit. Like put some respect on your name.
Right.
Like seriously. Don't just
spell it right.
Like put some respect on it.
Right.
Like I say that to say, because it's one thing to like lead with heart, because I'm that kind of person. But it's also like you that girl. Like you need, like you that woman. Like let me not even like you it.
Right.
And I think it's okay to like stay and live in that. Coming from someone who doesn't. But I do think that 2026 we about to, you know what I mean?
Flex. Like you're gonna know,
and it's okay.
Who we are by name.
Cause what? Cause we can. Like
we can.
And because again, it's not even about, and that's what I love about everything you say, because it's the same way that I feel, and I can do that because it's not even about me. It is about He that is in me, that's coming through me.
And you've done the work.
And girl,
like you can go back and check everything I'm telling you. Nothing. There wasn't an award that was bought and paid for.
Exactly.
There was nothing of that extent.
Yeah.
Everything is because of the work.
Exactly. And you can stand on that.
You can stand on it. That's your credentials.
That's it.
And that lived experience. So you can't question it.
That's exactly it.
You can't question it. So now in 2026, let's flex it humbly.
Humbly.
But
flex it.
Very humbly.
But flex it.
But let me let you know who I am.
Because honey, they need to know. I have 2 more questions, and then I got to think of my takeaways and Jesus for my takeaways. So we'll talk what we know already, but if you want to talk about like, what is this next season? Like, what are you passionate about going forward? Like, what's next for PosiTiff, for just Tiffiney? Like, what is it that is your passion leading you, besides the fact that you're going to let people know who you are and put some respect on it?
But
so what's that passion?
Next? In the spring, I am actually planning a PosiTiff Talks healing tour. So I'm looking for people's favorite brunch spaces.
Okay.
So I'm going to start local because, right now they stopping people from flying and getting stuck in airports. But looking for people's favorite brunch spaces.
Love that.
And I'm going to come with the book.
Yeah.
And let's have a conversation.
Oh, I love it.
So it's like, you might be doing a girls thing. I will come to you.
I love it.
I will come to you. I'm still coaching. So I still have, what I'm doing. Speaking more. So getting in, different spaces and speaking. And I'll tell you this, and you'll be the first person that hears it. April 20th.
Yes, ma'am.
I have a masquerade that is going to be hosted in Pittsburgh.
I love this.
And it's called Unmask. And it's a celebration of domestic violence survivors coming together. It's a gala. It's a Monday.
Yes.
The reason being, that is the weekend of NFL Draft Week.
Okay.
In Pittsburgh.
Oh.
What better space to get eyes on domestic violence?
Amen.
Than in a space where the NFL is, because
we know
there are some conversations that need to be had. So if we can just get the NFL's attention by being in Pittsburgh in April while this big thing is going on, to have some bigger conversations.
I love
So the NFL's not endorsing it.
Right.
Plug.
Right, but if you want to.
But if you want to, go Birds.
Exactly.
Go Birds.
Amen.
But just to, have those conversations.
Yes.
This is a season, football season, domestic violence goes up.
Yes, it does.
It goes up.
Yeah.
Who better to lead the conversation than the NFL?
Amen.
Shameless plug.
Plug away.
Yeah, so that's amazing. April 20th, and that just happens to be my birthday.
Oh, I love that.
And it's the week of National Crime Victims' Rights Week.
Right.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And then my last question, and it's kind of like a 2-part.
Sure.
And it's, what advice would you give, and I'm going to say woman because you're a woman, a woman who is in a season of their life where they have not they find themselves stuck and are uncertain of where they need to go and what's next. And then if not that, your younger self, like what advice would you give a younger Tiffiney?
Okay.
So like whichever way you want to go, but that idea of like someone in that beginning.
Stuck. Acceptance.
Yeah.
Being honest with yourself about why you're stuck. Blatantly honest about why you're stuck.
Amen.
Are you stuck because he cheated and he didn't choose you?
Ooh.
Is that why you're stuck?
Right.
Are you stuck because you thought that you would be in a different place in your life at this time and life happened and you're not there?
Yes.
Why are you stuck? Are you stuck because you've allowed yourself to give so much and now you feel like, why am I not getting in return? Be blatantly honest with yourself about why you're stuck. Did you believe he cheated and you're so beautiful he wouldn't cheat on you?
Right.
Because I'm pretty, I'm beautiful, I'm all that. Be honest with yourself because there may be some things about you that really aren't that pretty. That really aren't. Be blatantly honest. Don't be afraid to be blatantly honest with yourself. And when you're blatantly honest with yourself, everything else will begin to work itself out. You don't have to have it figured out. You just have to be honest and say it out loud. I thought this. This is what I believe. This is what I thought. And that's not the truth. Tiffiney's younger self. I would tell Tiffiney that it's not always going to be what she thinks it is. Growing up, I was this little light-skinned girl, this light-colored hair, big teeth, and I was bullied. Like, I was picked on. And I didn't see the beauty in me. I hid. I didn't see me. And Tiffiney married the high school quarterback. My husband, we joke about that now.
Yeah.
My husband was our high school quarterback.
Wow.
I would have never thought that person in high school.
Wow.
I wasn't her. I wasn't the popular one. I just wasn't.
Girl.
But here I am.
Honey.
I married the high school quarterback.
Right. Yeah.
Like, Tiffiney, you're going to marry the quarterback.
Yeah.
And y'all are going to have an amazing life together.
Yeah.
He ain't the quarterback no more, but
no, I get it. It's
telling
the concept
younger
of,
Tiffiney.
Yeah.
You would have never believed this at that time in your life. He is what you need and you are what he needs in this season. And enjoy it.
I know that's right.
Simple as that.
Woo! All right, so now I always try my best to do like key takeaways. Not that y'all haven't been taking notes this entire episode because she's dropped gem after gem after gem. I try to bring it all perspective. So I've been wrapping my mind around from like the beginning of our conversation to where it's led. My first key takeaway that I wanted to talk about, it was early on in the conversation. And you sat me all the way down, myself in it. But it is the idea of perspective. It's A, words have power. And B, like, it's a matter of perspective. So if you find yourself in a season or place where, like, again, coming from me, where I was saying, I've had triggers, I have this, and I find myself kind of like uncertain of things. Like, it's about shifting that perspective, and it's about looking at things of not necessarily of, and this is going to lead me to takeaway number 2, is shifting ourselves not of what is right now or where we lack, but where have we come from, and what has, like, where we were and where we are completely different, and like having that. So they're kind of like 2 in 1, because that my second takeaway was going to be exactly that. It's the idea that take time and allow yourself the ability to embrace the work and where you are today. When you're climbing a mountain, like she stated early on, we don't look at how far is left to go. Look at how far you've come and celebrate in that, but maintain that journey and keep pushing and forging forward. My third key takeaway, girl, you gave so many, but I'm like, my third key takeaway is in doing that, surround yourself in community. Let us get back to the times of coming together, surrounding yourself, but being selective of what that community looks like, because we need to ensure that we are eagles flying.
Go birds.
And ensure, exactly, go birds. But that we are eagles and that we are flying and elevating ourselves and allowing ourselves to go up and be what we are destined to be, because he that is in us is greater. And we need to ensure that we are becoming the eagles that we have been meant to be and soar.
And breathe.
And breathe. I was going to be my next one.
And
You're
breathe.
great. And breathe through it all. And I could keep going. But then my last final key takeaway, because there's so many. There's honestly so many. But I want to just end it with God is love. And because God is love and he's working and he is all perfect, love is perfect. And it is what it is, like she said, and that is okay. And I'm lying because I got another one. Because in that, there's just so many. Because in that, one thing that I do want to stress as well with all of these amazing things is that none of this happens if you do not maintain and hold yourself accountable. Yes. There must be accountability. So while God is love, and you have to ensure that you allow him to work through you and in you, maintaining and looking at, the progress that you've gone through, all of the things that I've said, none of it happens if you keep yourself in the same space you are and do not take accountability for whatever that looks like and whatever that is. So maintaining that accountability is only going to allow you to then do all the rest of the takeaways that I just talked about. So I would be remiss if I didn't say that. I need to make sure that, because I've walked away from this conversation, changed myself, because honey, it has been a thing. So then the last thing that I'm going to do, tell people where they can find you, tell them where they can find the book. I'm about to have the book myself, because the last thing is that, if you find yourself in the wilderness, guys, like you must walk through the wilderness and allow yourselves to be ever changed and keep pushing forward. So tell them where they can find you, and then I'm going to wrap it up because, honey, I could keep going. There's so many.
My website is www.tiffineylhall.com, and it's TIFFI. One I. Yep. TIFFINEYLhall.com.
Yes.
So you can find me there on all social media platforms. I am Tiffiney L. Hall. Simple. Yes. On all of them. LinkedIn, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram.
I love that.
TiffineyLhall.com.
Oh my God. Well, I just have to say, and guys, I'll put the link if you want, the link will be in the description as well. It's going to be in the bio. We're going to have the book in there as well for you guys to get to it. It's on Amazon or somewhere.
No.
You're just only on your website.
Only on my website.
On her website, you good. Don't you worry. So I'll have that link there. Let me just tell you guys, I just want to thank you, personally from the bottom. I knew the conversation was going to be good when I said it. I didn't know it was going to be this good. And honestly, I feel like I needed to hear some of the things that you were saying. If I'm very honest, I needed to hear that. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. So then, as always, guys, sending light, sending love.